Hello, welcome to Criminal Justice 203 Introduction to Family Violence. This is your professor, Kalina Richards, and this is a short video to provide you an introduction to our course and how our course will work on the Blackboard system. So even if you've taken courses on Blackboard at Hudson Valley or another college, please watch this whole video because it will provide you a lot of information specific to our course. So the way we begin is you just go to the Hudson Valley main site like you would access any of your systems. Choose that you're a student. I'm going to choose that I'm a faculty member. I'm going to go ahead and sign in. This shows me all the systems that I have available to me, and I'm going to select Blackboard. Every course you take at Hudson Valley, whether you're taking a course like this one that's entirely online, or even if you're in a live class, those should all appear on the right side of your screen. I have all my online courses here, and all of my live classes are web enhanced, so I have information on Blackboard. Even those classes are live and traditional in the normal classroom. So all you're going to do is look for Fall 2022 Introduction to Family Violence and give it a click. I'm just going to switch my settings so I'm in your setting. And this is where you'll always start. So this is our home page. You know it's our course because it always says Criminal Justice 203 at the top, and it's always going to open to our announcements page. This is the default position in Blackboard, and this is what most instructors use for your starting page. And you'll see that I have a welcome message here that tells you how to get started in our course. These are really important announcements. I'm going to be posting announcements all semester. For example, I left a couple up from last fall. And you can see as you scroll down, I wrote an announcement reminding all the students that Module 9 opens tomorrow, that the lecture is long, so it's divided into 2 videos, reminder that there's a project due, the date and time. And then a few days later in the same week, I just reached out how students are doing and some reminders. So please know I use the announcement section a lot. And especially at the beginning of the semester, you're going to get quite a few announcements from me. It's just a way for me to check in and give you important reminders and to check in and see how you're doing. To the left side of our page, you're going to see everything that's important in our course. We're going to start with course information. And this is how our course works. If we were in a classroom, I could hand you a written syllabus. That's a little more challenging when we have an online course. So all the information in a course syllabus appears in here. For example, how our course works. This section explains how our course is divided into 15 weekly modules, that they generally always begin on Tuesday at 8 a.m. and close on Monday at 11:59 p.m., and that every module is divided into 7 sections. Lecture, textbook, article, media, projects, quiz, and discussion board. You won't always have all of those items, so it's always really important to look in the module to see what's due for that particular week. To navigate around the course, you can use your back arrow, or you can use the breadcrumb trail here. Here's a description of our course. That's just the description from the course catalog. My attendance, participation, and communication policies are in here. You might think attendance, what do you mean attendance? Well, there kind of is attendance in this course even though it's online. So my attendance and participation policy is here, discussion and email communications. Again, to go backwards, you can just use the breadcrumb trail at the top of the page or use your back arrow. Also under course information, you'll find my grading policy and evaluation. Sorry for the pop-up. Grading policy and evaluation, you can see that your grade consists of your average for 8 projects, 8 quizzes, your midterm exam, and your final. I have a section here about academic integrity, which is very important to me. I am very sensitive to the issue of plagiarism. I insist that my students do not plagiarize the work of other people. Plagiarism, cheating on quizzes and exams, submitting material from another course, all those academic integrity issues are covered in this section. Also in course information, I have a need help section. So let's say you need help. Do you need help with your writing? Do you need tutoring? Are you an international student? Do you have a recognized disability, or do you suspect that you might have an academic disability? You just click here, and here's access to all kinds of help around campus. Please know that just because you're taking this course online does not mean that you can't get help from people on the campus. They're not just there to serve students who are physically on campus. For example, our learning services, which provide numerous services including tutoring, also offer help online. So please know that help is available evenings and weekends through other SUNY libraries. There's all sorts of help available. So all those resources are listed here for you. And if you need help finding any resource, please let me know. I'm always happy to help with that. So there's course information. One of your assignments for the first week is to just work through this whole, look through here as if you were reading your syllabus and make sure you have all this information or are comfortable with it. The last section in course information is Blackboard and Computer Systems Help. If you give this a click here, it will take you to every possible topic you could be having a problem with. There's instructional videos, there's written documents, how-to guides for how to take a quiz or a test in Blackboard, how to submit a writing assignment, what to do if something's not working or going wrong. Okay, so lots of computer help in here. I'm also always available to offer assistance. If I can't help you, I will help you find the help you need. I'm not a computer expert, but I'm pretty good as far as using Blackboard. But if I can't help you solve the problem, I'll find somebody who can. So all of that information is in the course information section to the left of your screen. Also, here is just a little bit about me if you want to learn about my experience at Hudson Valley and what I do in my career outside of teaching. And then we get down to instructional modules. This is the heart or the guts of our course. So as I said a minute ago, we have 15 weekly modules. So module 1 starts on Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. I strongly recommend, I can't recommend strongly enough, that you open the module Tuesday morning, even if you don't have time to do any work yet, even if you're not ready to watch the lecture or find out what you need to read in the textbook or read the article that's provided. I strongly recommend that you open this up on Tuesday, because what you're going to find out is everything that's due for the week. And then you can start planning your strategy. For example, if you see that the lecture is especially long, you might want to do that earlier in the week. You might have to come back to it 1 or 2 times to get the whole lecture in. If you see the textbook reading assignments kind of long this week, and maybe that's not your favorite thing to do, to read the textbook, and it might take you a little extra time, that'll let you know you better get the textbook reading started early in the week so you'll have plenty of time to finish. So in Module 1, there's objectives at the top. That's what we expect you to learn this week. This item here just shows you a different format to read this text. So if you have different challenges in your learning, that will offer you, like, for example, this can be read to you. Your lecture. Your lectures will always be a videotape that I present for you. So I try to mimic as much as I can a lecture that I would give in class. Now, the lecture is not going to be 3 hours long, like I do in my live classes when I teach on Tuesday night with the Criminal Justice 101 class, because you have other items to complete besides the lecture. But what I do is I try to mimic, if we were all live, what my lecture would look like in a live class. So these videos are all done through Camtasia, which I then post on YouTube, which I then upload into Blackboard. So you'll see a YouTube URL, so you can access these videos directly on YouTube if that works better for you, or you can access them right within our course by clicking on Watch Video. I also recommend that you do the items in the order they're presented. Now, of course, you may only have a few minutes to do an item. So if you see there's a video to watch that's 3 minutes long, by all means, go ahead and watch that video in the time you have available. But for your learning, I recommend you doing the items in the order they're presented. Our lecture's always going to come first. I really try in the lecture to get you ready for all the rest of the items. Say, for example, the textbook material is particularly dense that week, or there's a lot of terminology. I'm going to break that down for you in the lecture. So then by the time you get to the textbook, you're like, oh, I remember this. She said there were a bunch of theories, and she talked about some are from the field of psychology and some from sociology. And yes, yep, I remember this from the lecture. And it's going to help you get through the reading and set you up for the rest of the module. You're going to have a textbook assignment almost every week. As you already know, the textbook for this course is required. I will be testing you and quizzing you on textbook material, and you'll always know which pages to read because it'll be right here. In Module 1, you have a video. This video is short. It's only 7 minutes long. So again, if you open the module on Tuesday morning, you'll know, oh, there's a 7-minute video this week. If I only have a few minutes between going from work or to home, or I know I'm only going to have a few minutes in the morning before I go to school, well, there's a quick item for you, a 7-minute video. Also in Module 1, you have the VARC assessment. You may have taken this for another class or even for a job. VARC stands for visually, orally, reading, and kinetically. It's how you learn. So you're going to take a quick quiz this week. It's not graded. It doesn't count. You're not going to earn or lose any points for it. It's just an interesting way for you to learn how you learn best, whether it's through visual imagery, through listening, through reading and writing, or by doing. And you're going to share your score with me, just me personally, not to the rest of the class. You're just going to send it to me by email, and then I'm going to send you mine, and we'll compare and we can discuss that. But just an exercise, because as you need help through the semester, that will help me find the best way to assist you. You have a discussion board post in Module 1. I only use the discussion board in our course for extra credit. And while you are invited, and I encourage you to respond to other students' posts and read their posts, you are not required to. If you want to earn the extra credit, you do that simply by creating your own post. But feel free, and I encourage you to read other students' posts and respond as you would like to. And at the end of Module 1, you're going to have a really quick practice quiz. Some of the questions are even kind of silly. It does not count towards your grade, but will give you practice taking a quiz in our course. So when you do have your first course, you'll be more confident and comfortable taking the quiz. And then you'll note at the bottom, I also tell you what you don't have this week. So I tell you there is not an article this week. So if you don't see one, you know you're not missing anything, and that it's not your computer's not working right, but we actually don't have an article this week. And also, we don't have a project in week 1. So that's how every module will work. Tuesday morning, come over to the left side of your page, click Instructional Modules, and there's everything due for the week. Also very important, which is why I put instructional modules in the semester schedule together, is you know the day this class starts, everything that's going to be due for the entire semester. Quick hint here, a lot of students struggle, and a lot of faculty too for that matter, with this gray bar. If you're trying to see something on the screen and you can see here that part of the schedule is cut off, you may just need a little more screen room, and you can do that by getting rid of the menu on the left side. And all you have to do is float between what you're looking at in the menu, and that gray bar will appear. And if you click it, it'll temporarily disappear and give you a little more screen space. So here is your schedule for the entire semester. It probably looks a little overwhelming. Please don't be worried. We're only going to do 1 week at a time. Here's our topics at the top: lecture, textbook, article, media, project, quiz, and extra credit. And then here every week by date is what's due and when. So you already know everything that's due for the whole semester. So while I encourage you to look at the instructional module on Tuesday morning when the module opens, I also strongly encourage you to look at the semester schedule frequently, a couple of times a week. Why? You think, well, I only have to do what's due this week. That's true, but you're probably taking other courses, and you probably have a job and family and other obligations and an awful lot going on in your life. So you may want to be looking ahead and thinking, should I write the paper for my other course first, or should I be doing one of the module items for Criminal Justice 203 first? Where can I best spend my time to balance all these priorities? So knowing what's coming may help you do that. You also know, if you scroll down to Module 8, Module 8 is our midterm exam. So you know you have to take our midterm exam between Thursday, October 20th at 8 a.m. and Friday the 21st at 11:59 p.m. You must take the midterm exam between those times. Likewise, after you scroll through modules 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14, you'll see that module 15 is our final exam. And just like our midterm, it opens on Thursday, December 15th, and it closes on Friday, December 16th. So you must take the final exam between those dates. So I know it might seem a little overwhelming to see all of this work that you have upcoming, but know that it's a 1 week at a time thing, and it goes pretty quickly. Again, to get back to see that menu on the left side, just hover over this part of the screen, and it'll bring that menu back for you. Our next section of our menu over here is all about our writing assignments and projects. I'm going to cover that in a separate video. You don't have a project due this week, so you don't need to worry about it now. You've got enough to think about now. We'll do another video for that. But know that I will provide you extensive information on your written projects. Generally speaking, every project in this course is a 2 or 3 paragraph formal essay that requires APA citation. But again, please don't stress about it. I'm going to offer you plenty of help. Below the writing section, project section, you'll see our discussion board page. There's also links directly to the discussion board post in your module. The My Grade section has nothing in it yet because you haven't had any grades. Below that, I've created 3 videos. If you're new to Blackboard, you haven't taken a Blackboard course in a while, or you just like a little helpful instruction, I created a video for you on how to put your post on the discussion board. Discussion board's always abbreviated DB, how to take a quiz on Blackboard, and how to submit one of your projects. So just quick videos there to walk you through it for our course. The last item you'll see here that's course material is our course glossary. This is kind of a participation required thing. So in this glossary, I can provide terms and definitions of terms. A lot of students really like this as a study aid, right? It's a really quick way to have someone else look at the screen and quiz you on words because they'll have the definition in front of you, or a quick reminders before quizzes and exams. So I will add to this glossary throughout the semester if students are using it. So right now there's 29 terms. That is the 29 terms for like the first 2 modules. If students are using the glossary, I will continue to add to it. On that note, know that pretty much everything in Blackboard is tracked. So if you open a video, I can see that you opened it. If you opened an article, I can see when you opened it. And most instructors do use the tracking functions in Blackboard. I do it for a couple of reasons. One of them is if you're not doing well in the course, or you're not doing as well as you would like to do in the course, I'm going to evaluate when you're opening and completing work. And most often what we find is probably what you'd already expect, that people are waiting too late in the week and then trying to rush through too much work. And that generally doesn't go well for anyone, right? You need time to digest this material. Start on Tuesday, get one of the items done Tuesday night, start working on it early, and then you're not rushed toward the end of the week when you're trying to get things submitted. So that is one of the reasons that I track, is to make sure that you're working your way through each module. Our last items on the page are just links to things that you use all the time, sending and receiving email, and the Blackboard dashboard. So that's it. That's our online course. Again, I'll create another video for you specific to the projects because you don't have one week 1. No need to worry about that yet. Please remember, if anything ever does not work in the course, you're trying to open a video or you're trying to access an article and you're clicking and clicking and nothing's working, please let me know by email right away. I check all my links frequently, several times a week, but that doesn't mean something's gone wrong and I don't know about it yet. So please always alert me if something's not working. I really appreciate it when students bring that to my attention so I can get it working for you right away. As always, if you have any questions, please send me an email. I'm always happy to help.